Patrick Forsyth was born on July 8, 1993. For 19 years, Patrick led an ordinary lifestyle until his doctor told him he had a severe case of aplastic anemia, which would impact the way he lived. Since his diagnosis in August of 2012, Patrick has shifted dramatically from his out-and-about lifestyle to a much more sheltered one, barely being able to leave his house.
Hi, my name is Patrick Forsyth, and I have severe aplastic anemia. Before I got sick, I was working 2 jobs. I went to school full-time, and I was rarely home. I was always out doing something. I first noticed I was sick when bruises started popping up on my legs and my arms, and normally I didn't bruise almost ever, and I got small red needle-sized dots all over my skin called petechia. And also I started to get black blood blisters in my mouth, and that's when we decided to have me go to the doctor. Aplastic anemia, there's different types of it. The one I have is my bone marrow decided for whatever reason to stop making platelets, and in your bone marrow there are platelets, white blood cells, and red blood cells. Your red blood cells carry oxygen throughout your body. The white blood cells help you fight off sicknesses, infection, and your platelets help your blood clot, keep it where it's supposed to be in your body, and also help in the healing process.
Standard treatments for aplastic anemia are often followed by a number of side effects, and the actual cure for it requires a lot of different treatments as well as more significant risks.
The first treatment they tried was called ATG. ATG is where they either take horse serum or rabbit serum and run it through my body using transfusion for 10 hours a day over a 10-day period. They gave me rabbit serum because it has a lesser chance of having any side effects. I was lucky enough not to have any side effects, which the doctors were very shocked about. What the ATG is supposed to do is completely kill off my bone marrow in hopes that it will grow back normally and make my blood like it's supposed to. It has been about 5 months now, and my bone marrow is making less than it was before. I don't know everything in full detail, but in the next couple weeks, I'll be in the hospital for 2 months. They've already started to cut back on some of my medicine that was supposed to be helping me grow back my bone marrow, but they're going to be putting me through chemotherapy, radiation treatment, and getting a bone marrow transplant, as well as changing out the current port I have in my chest right here and putting a 3-prong IV in me. During the chemo and radiation treatment, they said I'm going to be getting very sick. I'll lose all my hair, and my white blood cells will go to 0, so I will have no immune system whatsoever, and if I come in contact with any sickness at all, I will automatically catch it, and it's a big risk and could result in my death. So I'll be in a room by myself for probably a few weeks while my bone marrow grows back. And once my bone marrow gets to a certain point of growing back, I'll be able to come back home and kind of live life how I've been living it right now, just hanging out in my house. And once it gets higher again, I'll be able to go outside and live life how I was. And every couple of months or couple of weeks, I'll go to the hospital, see how it's doing. And that should cure me. My daily basis really is, I wake up at whatever time, and I have an alarm that goes off on my phone every 12 hours to remind me to take my medicine. And other than that, I'm on my computer, I'm watching TV, talking to people. I sometimes have people come over to hang out. And every Tuesday and Friday I go up to the Cleveland Clinic and get my blood tested, and if I need platelets or blood, they give it to me there. And then I just come home, and that's been going on for the past 5 months now. Not very many people know about aplastic anemia. I didn't know what it was until I was diagnosed with it. There is a normal aplastic anemia, which your bone marrow will it won't stop making everything completely. It'll just start making less, and you might have to get a transfusion every so often. And I don't necessarily think it's easier to treat, but it's a less risk for you. There's severe aplastic anemia, which I have, which my body's completely stopped making platelets and basically blood now, and whites, so I kind of have the most severe. And then there's the most severe, which your body makes nothing, and you'll get really weak, and you won't be able to really move at all if you don't catch it in time, and if you don't catch it, you die.
If you would like to keep up to date with Patrick and any upcoming fundraisers or events, please go to savepatrick.com.